inhabitants of the mythical world of Westeros. MrDarkPhoenix and Spider-Man are back with the latest episode of Game of Thrones, and he's behind me too. Frosty bastard. Welcome back, Frosty bastard. We'll get to him in a minute, but let's jump into the newest episode of Game of Thrones, which is called Kingdom Key. I mean Oathkeeper, because I'll be making Kingdom Hearts jokes during this episode, so just bear with me on this. Like how I really like how Grey Worm is starting to get some more like screen time, which is what I like, versus like when you put something on TV versus a book, because then like on TV you can bridge the gaps between little things like references and like giving a character more screen time, and like stuff like characters that don't really have a lot of screen time or like book time can get more screen time because, you know, you have to fill in the blanks somewhere, so give it to them. Basically like how Shay basically is on the show. I don't think she has that much screen time in the book, I think. So having her as like kind of like a really pivotal character in Tyrion's own story is really good for the show, because I love Shay and I love Grey Worm also. So it's nice to see him go through his history and find out he just doesn't want to go home. He's ride or die with Daenerys till the end, and that's really good because I like little unsullied Obama, because that's what I call him. She sends the troops undercover, and is really glad to see other Unsullied. Like, we know there's 8,000, well, I think 7,999 of them, because I think Dario Naharis last season killed one and took his suit of armor. But still, she has over 7,000 of these guys, and I'm pretty sure for the most part, a lot of them are just CG, like, multiplied, because you can't get 8,000 other people to do that. You could, but you have to pay them a lot of money and all that, blah, 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 but I just really like how they're starting to let other Unsullied be seen outside of their mask, which basically humanizes them in my eyes. And I feel like we need more of like the human side of the slaves. They're not slaves anymore, but I feel like they could humanize them in certain aspects, certain episodes. You know, like just give them some screen time so that they're more than just soldiers. Like Daenerys wants the slaves to be equal to her, because that's how she does things. So it's nice to see them have a lot more screen time than they did. We earn our city, and now our family grows. Now we have a bigger connection of a family, which is really good because, you know, it's really funny actually how she took the bigger city easier than she sacked the smaller city. Then again, she had the dragon to help her, but, you know, and then again she lied to get the Unsullied, so it's kind of nice to see her do some undercover stuff, which I want her to do when she eventually does get to Westeros. Like, I feel like her attacking, like, King's Landing at that pivotal point would be a big mistake, because I feel like she should go to each individual kingdom, sneak in, you know, make negotiations, are you with me or against me, and if they're against her, then she's got to kill them. But still, that basically weakens the Lannisters' hold on the other kingdoms, and then she can just take King's Landing easier versus going in there, and the other kingdoms can all just jump her. Basically, I feel like that's what she needs to do when she eventually does get to Westeros, and that's, she needs to think of it strategically, sneak her way around the other kingdoms, either take them out or they join her, and then when she finally does get to King's Landing, she either has more allies or she's basically taken out the Lannisters' allies, which I feel like is a really smart plan, something I've always thought of, and I'm glad to bring to you guys, because she needs to think about this strategically versus going in headstrong. Yes, you have 8,000 Unsullied. Yes, you have 2,000 Second Sons. Yes, you have 3 dragons. But it's gotta be more than that. You know, you have to think of it like, you know, the Lannisters have done stuff, pulled shit out of their asses before for nothing less. So you can't underestimate them under any circumstances, and that's what I feel like she needs to do. They crucified the Masters. That's going to be our first comment question of the day. I feel like it's deserved. I'm sorry, you hung up 100+ kids to make her watch as she walked to your city, and you didn't think that karma's a bitch? I'm sorry. You answer injustice with justice. There is no mercy. There is no time for that in times of war and in times of stuff like that. If there were different circumstances, then yes, maybe we didn't have to go to that drastic measures, but she's got to send her message out there that she is coming, and she will fuck your shit up, and she is coming immediately. So that's what we need to do. That's how we need to fix this. I forgot to mention that there's spoilers in this. Crap. Gah. If you haven't seen it, then don't. Damn. I forgot to add that. Damn. So sorry if I didn't really spoil anything though. No, it's fine. But spoilers if you haven't seen the episode. I'll mention that at the first beginning in all my videos from now on. I'm so sorry about that. But we have our first kingdom down with our flag in the back. I want to know where she had that flag. I mean, she's bringing back honor to her family name, which is really good. But where'd she get that giant-ass flag, and where did she have that held? Because that's what I really want to know. Like, come on now. I'm not complaining you have your flag, but where did you get it? And where are the dragons? Where does she keep them where they keep themselves occupied or calm? She really is a good mom. Shit, she hides them in the best places. You got smacked with your own golden hand. That's why I love Braun, because he will always do that hilarious, dumb shit that will just make you laugh. Like, he smacked you with his own hand. And I like how he told him the story about how it wasn't originally him that it was supposed to be Tyrion's champion. He originally called for you. Like, he called for Jaime. He called for you because he knew you would have ridden day and night to go fight for him. And I remember that. Like, he was like, I want my brother Jaime to fight for me. He's like, no, it has to be him right now. And he's like, alright, then I'll take that guy then. But still, like, Jaime, you're one of the only people I feel like that can stand up to Cersei. Or you can just fuck her next to your son's corpse again, I guess, if you really want to. But still, you can stand up to that bitch. Stand up to Sarah Connor. What's she gonna do? But yeah, her son, yeah, Tyrion knows everything. It's really like, I really don't think it's like news anymore amongst the kingdoms now. Like, I'm pretty sure that people who want to know already know. So if Tyrion's figured it out, I'm pretty sure Tywin knows, or he knew before when he arranged the marriages between Cersei and Tyrion. So it's like, your best kept secret is not a secret anymore. You guys are terrible at keeping secrets. And just know. Nice try though. You can't fool the imp. And yeah, I'm so glad that Tyrion's to the Kingslayer brothers, because that really does have a nice ring to it. Like, did you do it? Do you think I could do it? Oh, are you here to kill me when I turn around and close my eyes? Do you really think I can kill your son? Do you really think I can kill my own brother? And I like how it has ended at that, where they both didn't use the direct answer, but what they said is basically their answer, and both their answers were no. And that's how Jaime knows, and that's how Tyrion knows that he can confide in him, because they have a love that him and Cersei don't have. So it's like, she's going to try everything in her power to basically destroy that, but she can try, but you're not going to succeed. But it's okay. I'm really glad Sansa got her thinking cap on, and that's really like evolving her. I feel like that's a big change from the books also. Like, I feel like she's more, because I'm reading the books from the beginning, and Sansa's really naive, and I'm pretty sure once I get further down the line she's still going to be naive, but like I said, changes from the book and the show is that you can basically evolve a character easier on the show than you can on paper. So it's like, I feel like them doing this for Sansa is really necessary, because she can't always be weak. If she's going to eventually be, God knows what one day, Queen of Winterfell when it's back up and running or whatever, they really need her to step up and, you know, basically man up, you know, get her girl balls and, you know, start thinking and start realizing and start planning, because at least she's finally going to go see family. How many people are supposed to see her? So I'm really happy about that. I hope that she keeps stepping up, and she keeps stepping up her game, because we are going to have our Stark family reunion, and we're going to have lots of stories to tell. So we need that to happen right away. That old lady's a freak. And she's a scholar, but she's also a freak. It's like, she fucked that guy so hard, he didn't know what the hell hit him. I'm like, damn! You nasty. They should have got Betty White to play that part. Betty White would have been like, I did it. And I did it again. Couldn't walk. That's what we called ye old paraplegic. Before Bran, of course. Oops. Oh, that's just cruel of me. Ye old Barbara Gordon. Oops again. That was his idea. Because he's a frosty bastard. All bad jokes are his idea. But I like how this episode basically confirmed what we were all talking about. Like, I know Stoner Slayer called me, and I stayed up till 5 in the morning trying to find that scene where it basically showed who did it. So I'm like, now that I figured it out, the scene makes sense to me, how they kept bringing it up. Like, Sansa's like, oh, I know you did it. And I was like, I know he did it too. Because he wasn't around for a while. So it's like, and it's plus it's Littlefinger. Like, one of the questions I got from somebody was, what do you think Littlefinger wants of all people? I'm like, I feel like he wants to be a god on Earth. Like, he wants everything. He wants the Iron Throne. I don't think he'd be a bad king, but he would just do things unorthodox and too different for people to understand why he's doing it. But I feel like, you know, we gotta go through with that because I don't trust Littlefinger. You shouldn't either, so hashtag don't trust Littlefinger. Marjorie seduces the future king, and man, is he a happy little boy. The boner is strong with that kid. Like, you see the look on his face, and he was just like, I'm like, yeah, you got Moriarty in your bed with you, talking about, you know, we're gonna be together, so we have to learn our secrets and keep secrets between us. And I'm guessing it's just, you know, I'm guessing Game of Thrones is against child sex. I mean, seeing as how we gutted a pregnant woman, slashed a woman's throat, killed a child king, but I guess child sex is like, I guess that's like and rape and more of it. And, you know, I'm just guessing that child sex is the cutoff point. Who would have known that Game of Thrones had a soul amongst all the murder and the blood and fire? But who knows? Maybe not yet. I like how the one scene though, they were both really good at that. Like, when she looked him in the eyes, she was about to kiss him on the lips, but she kissed him on the forehead instead. I'm like, yeah, don't you give that up on the first night. You gotta make him like you, then you gotta work up to other things. Which is also good. I like little cute scenes like that, because it just adds to more of the drama. Like, you know, she's got to turn him on her side before Cersei can corrupt him. He won't be like Joffrey, but who would not listen to Cersei because she's such an annoying pain in the ass. Pod and Brienne. Now, this should be a really interesting pair, because I love Podrick. He's like one of my other favorite little like mini characters. Like, he's so like awesome and cool, and apparently he like fucked the brains out of hookers that they gave him money. So it's like, don't know how you do that, but you just do. And Brienne got some new stuff. She got some new clothes. She got a new sword. Brienne's pimping. She about to go find her Sansa. I hope she finds Arya though. Like, and something happens to the Hound, although I don't want nothing to happen to him, but I want Arya and Brienne to like be the next pairing, because I really want Brienne to train Arya. I don't know, but what's your favorite pairing so far in the show? Comment down below. We're almost at the end where we get to the comment questions of the day, so just hold out until then. Jaime gives gifts to Brienne, like I said, and in search for Sansa for departed Catelyn Stark. Poor Catelyn. Hate that shit so bad. But on the bright side is everyone thinks Arya's dead, so she can basically sneak around and do whatever she wants. I think the Hound's still trying to take her to the Eyrie, so hopefully we'll get a Stark reunion of some kind. I'm just so annoyed that we just don't have that reunion. So first of all, it seems like it might be Jon and Bran might get a reunion, and then next might be Arya and Sansa. So it's like, because Rickon's God knows where. I don't even know. I don't even know what Rickon's doing, but he's doing something. Why is homeboy sweating so much? It's like winter time. Granted, I am not allowed to talk because I sweat a lot during the winter time also. But he is like having like them hot flashes, like having them hot sweats. Like, can't you warg into an animal to keep you cool? So I don't know. Homeboy sweating. Then he had a freaking like, what's that thing? Homeboy had a damn seizure, and I don't even know what the hell's wrong with him. So we need to fix that. But I like how Bran got some screen time, and I'm hoping that he controls his powers enough where he can save himself or, you know, do some other stuff. Because I like Bran. I do. Brandon Stark of Winterfell. Yeah, we need some more stuff like that. Controlling Hodor is one thing, but I want to see Bran be able to control people. If anything, have the hold long enough so we can just be like, woof, oh, you're dead, I'm back in my body, gotta go by. Just imagine how useful Bran would be for like stealth missions. He could just warg into somebody and then have them kill them so they'll kill each other, and then we're all good to go. Yeah, you thought I forgot about you, didn't you? This frosty bastard. What the hell are y'all people doing? Got the whole Lich King vibe going on. Like, you want to explain why you got a Lich King thing going down with your ice and your people and your undead horses? See? The White Walkers confused me because I thought they were just undead people. Turns out that they're just, I guess, with this little ET thing, you go like, guh, and then you touch them and their eyes turn icy blue. I want those contacts, by the way. And then they just become White Walkers. So it's like White Walkers aren't created, they're born and then possessed. I'm guessing they have necromancy. I'm guessing. I haven't read the books yet, so I don't know if the book shines light on them, but I'm guessing they have like some kind of necromancy. But let's just stop it right here and move on to our comment questions of the day. Which comment question of the number 1 is, what does Littlefinger want? What do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you think the crucifying the masters was well deserved, or would you have gone for a more merciful option? I'm all for crucifying the slave masters. So sorry. Comment question of the day number 3. What do you name your weapon? I name this one. I name this guy, this one. I name him Oblivion, because Brienne has Oathkeeper, and I gotta keep the Kingdom Hearts thing going. So this one's Oblivion, and I name this one the Honey Pot, because instead of honey, it is doused in blood instead. Sight beyond sight. What do you guys name your weapons? Comment down below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Game of Thrones. Me, Spider-Man, and this frosty bastard are gonna go figure out where Daenerys is so we can go help her build ships and then help her conquer the 7 kingdoms. Always remember to leave me a big thumbs up, comment, rate, subscribe, and share with your awesome friends. Don't forget to stay tuned for another Game of Thrones episode next week. And always remember, through good times and bad times, always remember to geek out and enjoy your lives. And I'm going to catch you guys next week.